Hello everyone, how good of you to join and welcome back to Memoriapolis, to the medieval times and the fall of Constantinople. It continues on. Giovanni Giustiniani has answered your call, and above all that of the rewards promised by Constantinople. He has assembled over 700 mercenaries and 2 ships to help the city resist Ottoman attacks. The Sultan responds with magnificent cannons. The final assault is underway, but the support Constantinople had requested from the Pope and European cities is slow in arriving. You have 2 choices: sabotage the Sultan's cannons and poison his armies, or betray the Byzantines. Once again, he really wants to stuff me down the betrayal here, right? I don't want to betray them. We support them further, even though the Ottomans would give us precious stones. And it's Giovanni Giustiniani, of course. Let's try to pronounce it the right way, of course. Now, with that, hopefully we're not getting an Ottoman incursion into Catan at some point. We have now a beautiful, bigger, growing medieval city there as well. Just over here. So both those cities hopefully will combine at some point, right? Yersinia Pestis. This morning, the town is in a state of panic. The Black Death is threatening every town in the region. The population is crying out for urgent measures to contain the plague. You have 3 viable options. Support the scientists to find a cure. Quarantine the suspected sufferers at the risk of infecting them at the slightest mistake. Or recruit foreign doctors, despite the risk of their own cities. Now, yeah, of course, we should actually split them up. I mean, can I not do both? A bit strange. My goal here would actually be to split them up, because, you know, if you're infected, there is no cure. We know this. And paying foreign doctors, they probably also have no cure. So, the pest, yeah, the plague. Until you have antibiotics, there's nothing really you can do. Brotherhood of the Holy Grail seeks to join. Another, yeah, commercial one. I think since we actually spent a lot of politics and commercial points now, we're only getting those factions in, right, to further specialize our city. Let's do this, yeah. Let's get the next commercial district in. Probably something. And by the way, can I also have a wall for this one? Oh, it requires lots of stone. Alright, as far as I can see, we cannot engulf this one. Holy cow. Alright, we need to expand from this city onwards, right? Into one giant huge wall. So we need a bit more stone for that. Where do we have... Oh. And shortly after your decision, panic swept through the neighborhoods. There were a huge number of denunciations from neighbors, both anonymous and assumed. Hundreds of supposed sufferers were locked up in unused buildings in the city. Today, the councillor no longer counts any cases of Black Death, but many lives could have been spared. I don't know if we actually lost any people there. Yeah, creativity is down, safety is down, health is down a lot right now. So I probably also need to actually add some of those buildings here in the old town as well, even though I don't like the idea of it. We have the wheelwright manufacturing. Let's get this going somewhere here. This gives me, yeah, the workshop. So creativity is definitely something that you want in there, right? And esteem. We have high esteem levels though. Health is already coming with that as well. Let's go with esteem. The rest doesn't really make sense. And the university we can now build. That's another massive one. And let's actually have this one at these districts there. Or by these districts. I think here. Can we squeeze in some more? It's just this district here. That's okay. And this gives me creativity. Universitas should also give me... It, of course, theoretically is esteem once more. But we're already pretty high on that. I would go for some health. What should we do with the old town though? I cannot evolve still. I could try to build some of these new buildings in it, right? Because the old buildings here, theoretically, we can upgrade them, evolution-wise. But I cannot do anything here. Now let's continue with the Malus, a political court presided over by the various counts. Even if the cases are often of little importance, this institution will inspire the inhabitants who live around it. Let's buy this one here. And for that, we can also purchase now the library. That's the 3rd important service building here to unlock us research. Production-wise, there's still nothing new. And we're also down on the blueprints anyway, so that's something I should not focus on right now. Master Builder Office is the next one, because with that we unlock the urban planning. Where can we have it? Yeah, probably on that side here. I mean, there's not that much I can do, right? We have already a lot of buildings there. We can still affect the old districts as well with that, so I don't know. I think I'm actually inclined to build it closer to the old town, honestly. Let's do this. This gives me then some community, safety, and probably creativity. For the Master Builder Office, we need to do something with the old town. People are suffering there. Alright, then it's the library, the last one. For this we need some more bricks, and we're out of workforce as well. Also, we're out of food once more. How can this happen so quickly? We can upgrade the farm store now to level 3. And I probably will need to build a new one. We could go into an emergency case here and just import us 1,000 food, right? Or 1,000 coin. Let's do this before anyone suffers hunger. Okay, what's going on? We have a deficit of 300 food again. We didn't grow that much though. This seems very strange. What's going on with my food consumption? It seems to be through the roof all of a sudden. I need another farm. Build it here. And I'm actually going to build me 2 more farms again. Yeah, we can also have one out here of that city. Because why not? They're dirt cheap anyway. And then also start to upgrade them whenever possible. Yeah, I need to purchase more. Let's just check it out. 2,000. And can I export at the same time 500? That's nice. Because with that we get lots of food in without spending too much money. Holy cow. Incredible consumption rates right now. The master office has been built, so we should have now the urban planning available. Medieval architecture. We can now modify neighborhoods, influencing the risk and aesthetics of the city or integrating wanderers. So there it is. Right, and we can now also see the bonuses of each district that it has right now. And inhabitants made out of citizens of wanderers. Housing assignment. We can also change its visuals, so we can go back to the Antiquity for this one, right? So this district will change back to Antiquity. So in the other case, we can also make it so that this district here goes up to the medieval time, right? So we can actually modernize the districts as well. But I like to keep 2 cities there available right now. We can also say how much of it is made of houses and how much of empty space, so recreation, right? Increasing the density of the zone. And we can also say how many wanderers there should be or not, but we barely have any wanderers, so I think this doesn't make any sense right now. Interesting new mechanic that we have with this. Alright, dusk falls on the battlefield, no one moves, no one shouts, the last Ottoman is dead and Sultan Mehmed II is nowhere to be found. The soldiers are stunned, Constantinople has once again repelled the invaders. But at what cost? Many lives have been sacrificed and resources expended to survive just one more day. Emperor Constantine XI graces you with his eternal gratitude. Regardless of past decisions, your city emerges stronger than ever. We accept the situation. Alright, I guess that's the only thing we can do. Perhaps we do get something out of that at some point in the future. No, we should probably wait with my construction. Modify one district though, using the Master Buildings Office, so we actually have to do it for once. And... just see... let's modify this one. Empty space. Let's change it by 1% because really I don't think we need to do that much to it. Alright. A bit more empty space is now there. Our beautiful city attracts the world's greatest craftsmen and artists. Ancestral techniques continue to be taught, but many have been lost over the generations. The inhabitants of the educational cultures propose the construction of a building that would bring together all the city's skills with a library to start researching. That we can do. No more spaces left for one of the farms. Seems like you can't build on the swampland. I should have known. Alright, let's demolish this one again. Food-wise, we are closing in on what we should do. I mean, this one here is coming along. Let's improve it. And I think then we have a positive food production again. I might also do another one over here. All the way out. There's lots of green space to further my boost. Also, the Hanseatic League would like to join in the medieval town. Give me the cultural bonus. And they will offer me the Milites Christi, a new building that we can build for a lot of resources. Let's do this. With that, we have now the first commercial district in the medieval town. That's that. Trade-wise, I would like to purchase some more food again. And sell some roof tiles. So we don't spend so much on the food. And in some other cases, let's actually just sell straight away lots of planks. Get even more money out of it again. Right, yep, we're growing rather quickly here in the medieval town right now. 3,600. The farm upgrades are through. And we're closing in once again on a positive food supply. Let's also improve... Ooh, that's expensive. But it's going to be worth it. Let's improve this one. And let's also improve this one here right away. And since that will disrupt my food production again for a second, I might also make one more purchase. The food. And... oh, wait a second. You. Because we do have a lot of these beams. Yeah, so we don't need to spend so much here. Very good. We will even gain some money from that trade. And by the way, yes, we can unlock the new trade routes here for the passive income primarily. And this one here too. Very good. Because that's really valuable there. Alright, so we are going to get a whole bunch of new farmland over here. That's fine though, because there's plenty of space to grow to that. And there's also a new district forming now. Since resources are going to cost more and more, or constructions, let's also continue with the upgrades to my already existing brickworks and tilery, because we really need a lot of that, right? And we have the gold requirement now. So both of them are going to see an upgrade now. We have that here, somewhere. There's the brickworks. It's really cheap actually, save for the gold cost, right? Very good. Pushing their production further. And perhaps you can do it one more time for the brickworks. 1,000. Alright, we don't have that. Now we have it. Brickworks, level 3. We can easily upgrade this one too. To further boost that without any additional workforce requirements. Because we actually lack workers already. Let's upgrade the brickworks once more. And I might be thinking about another quarry for the clay then. A new faction. Oh, look at this. A religious faction. The religious group led by Bianca is made up of men and women. Beguines and beggars live only in autonomous communities advocating piety, charity and simplicity of life. The faction can be good alternative for believers. Can we see what they hate? Emporium and Karlov most. They like the Notre Dame de Paris and the church. Okay. And by the way, while we're at it, let's also spend lots of my access here. 250 of that, 250 of that. To invest to advance to the city. And with that we get a trust bonus and also the Parvis, a decorative building that costs me a lot of gold. But it's something we should do. We can easily squeeze it in. Hopefully somewhere here, please. That would be amazing. Yes, we can. Because that actually would affect then a lot of buildings here. Alright, we have a positive food supply again. That's also important. And thanks to this Parvis, it generates 1,000 attraction. There's immediately a new district forming over here. Okay, also the Gregorian school. Holy cow, these costs are out of whack. I think... Yeah, we need more of everything, basically. We will also need, of course, an industrial zone here, around the medieval zone. And already do we have tension. The Hanseatic League and the Beguines and Baggards factions are now under tension. Alright, you get the religious faction in and already tension again. Let's expel them. Yeah, I'm going to expel them. I was already unsure if I should have a religious faction in here between all the commerce. Of course it was not good. So gone they are again. Because they usually don't like to live together. A forge, a new building. We can now produce steel. Let's go ahead with this right away. And in that case, and the goldsmith. A few more blueprint points. With that, we should work on a new industry zone though. And, tricky. This would actually be a feasible location here because we have a mountain. So there's going to be some mining here. There's going to be some sand production close to the lake. Over here will also be a suitable location. There we have a trade route. We have mountains for some mining again. Yeah, there's iron here and gold. And perhaps also some stone. There's also some stone here. This would make sense, right? Can we build something here? Yes, we can. Perfect. So let's make a new industry zone over here. First of all, I'm starting with a tower again. Some over here, right? Definitely want to get the wide radius in because that's the maximum that we can get. The industry zone number 1. Nah, let's make it here. Sorry, it's the more logical choice for me. There's dense forest again. There's too much dense forest here. I'm sorry. Let's have it up here. We can actually build a lot of stuff here, right? Yep. Let's go ahead. Have the next industry zone. Yep. And by the way, let's also build another cutting camp here to get rid of the dense forest area. Definitely something we need to work on. Okay, this one's running out of resources. It was a quarry for clay. That's not good. We need a new clay quarry. There's more though, but there is also lots of swamp now. There's 1,000 clay waiting here. That's okay. And with that, we can start now building those new. So the forge would be one of the first ones. To add this new industry zone. Oh, there's also ruins. That's not good. Esculapium. Charlatans and saviors sometimes mingle. Yeah, it's not good because there's going to be districts here then, right? Because you have attraction. Alright, that's tricky. I think we're not going to make the industry zone here after all. Now that we have a service building here popping. A new faction, the Scholastica students. Philosophical and theological movement. Oh, they're religious again. Oh, they're actually educational. Shouldn't be that much friction. They like the Oxford University. Yeah, let's accept them in and just see how it goes. Faction-wise. Is in harmony with its neighbors right now. That's great. Okay, 2 problems. I don't have a new location for an industry zone. This is all dense forest here. And in that case, I cannot build anything anywhere here, right? It's all dense and it always tells me must be outside of a dense forest area. This one, this whole area here is unusable for me, unfortunately. It might be possible here, but this is very close to the city center. Yeah, I mean, we could have something, but don't forget, this is going to be a heavy industry and it's actually reducing the attractiveness, so we're not doing this. Second problem is that we are already behind on the food again. So I need to build me another cabin over here somewhere. Or a new farm. There's lots of farmable area here. And I might actually also add wherever we have some green space, basically. Which is not that much, right? So the forest actually closes in on us. Here we could have another farm popping. And then we can still add improvements to the farms that we have right now, like this one here. It's super expensive though, but let's go ahead and do this. And those two farms then in addition, so the surveyor cabin. So there's a bit of a pressure happening right now with the growth, right? And we need to first of all sell way more wood because we're at the wood limit, and if we are at the wood limit, no one's chopping down trees. So I would like to sell 1,500 wood, please. That we cannot do. 1,000? Okay, 1,000 is also not possible. Can I see the limit somewhere? 500. 500 is possible. No one else likes to purchase wood though. Alright. There it is. And now let's build another farm. This is going to be another great farm here because we have lots of space available for this. Yep. There you go. And over here we can also build another farm now. This one's being upgraded. And yeah, we're out of resources there once more. Industry zone. This is crazy. Let's improve that cutting camp here. And delete this cutting camp. Oh, actually, let's pause it for now. Because I don't want to get to the limit there of my wood again so quickly. That's the farm finished. Let's improve it. And let's improve this one here too as well. That's another 400 wood. Getting complex here right now. Where should we have the industry zone? We need so much space for farms. And this one here really needs to hurry up with cutting down trees, right? So I'm going to upgrade this once more, even though it's expensive. But we need to clear this area here in particular. So I'm actually inclined to continue with this one. And this one is also dense forest. We need to have all of them running for now. I could, however, build me another carpentry to consume more wood, right? We have one already over here. Oh, we actually have one here. It doesn't reduce the attractiveness of the surrounding area. Oh, it is. Attraction is reduced. Just see. Okay, since it doesn't really cause an attraction, let's squeeze in another carpentry here by the castrum. So there's already a bit of a small industry zone here. Not that polluted, right? And also close to the swamps where we cannot build anything and where it also doesn't really look nice. That's one thing. Oh, we have found more ruins. I mean, demolishing them doesn't get me anything, right? So let's just keep it there for now. And I have no idea what we do. The farm is gone, however. That's that. Still having a negative food supply there. Yeah, I cannot improve more than just one at a time for a very long time. This one here I would like to improve a second time now. The same goes with... Nah, with that not. But this one here we upgrade now to level 4, I think it is even. That's important. Really want to get rid of that. So the thing is, right, it's a dense forest that turns into a light forest then, where you can at least build something before the trees actually disappear. So it takes quite some time for a dense forest to finally disappear, and it costs a lot of logs. Or it actually, yeah, stuffs you full with logs. Let's also go ahead, and we haven't done this yet, upgrade my carpentry. Right, there it is. We can do this by once. And do we have anything else that requires wood? No, we don't. Might also go ahead with the carpentry level 3 then right away. I mean, of course it's risky, right? Because at some point there will not be that many trees anymore. But for now we're doing absolutely fine on that. There is the other carpentry here somewhere. There it is. Let's also improve this. Bit of gold it costs, and that's about it. Did I hear right? We upgraded to a city. Wonder bonus gets increased, trust bonus gets increased, and 2,400 coin we get in addition. And I would also like to once again use some of my massive excess of political and commercial points. We can actually do it. Yep. Can I? 100? I cannot invest anymore. We are very close to already the bishopric that we have as the next bonus. Alright, food is coming in again, and yeah, we have ample room here now to improve those, right? So, reserves, I mean, to further boost the income. And yeah, it's lightening up already. Very good. It's at this point that we can also build the library, the third new building that we get in this new era. It's a massive building once again. Here we get too much reduction, right? If I build it here. But it makes sense here because we can immediately close it in on one of the districts. And the farms will be gone at some point anyway. Plus here we have too many big buildings already. Same goes for this. Oh, yeah, of course we can also make it here. Where we have the industrial or the scholars living, right? This makes sense. Let's have it here. And let's go for the library. Gives creativity, of course. Esteem, of course. And health. Go ahead with that. Because don't forget here, of course, that's all going to be core city. So at some point the library will be engulfed in districts. A new faction likes to join. Commercial one it is. Worshipful company of Merciers is at the gate. And they like the guild and the porches. Let's go ahead. They will love it here. A new decoration as well. The courtier provides a bit of attraction. And yeah, why not? Let's have it here in the center as well, where we have already then our university, right? To also encourage more people moving here. This makes sense. So this will lead to more district growth here, which I would like to have, right? And there it is also. Beautiful building that is. Right next to the lumber camp. So for now that's that. But at least it is. And with that we have unlocked now the know-how that we can now activate. Holy cow, it's a new tech tree. Alright, printing generates the blueprints 10% more. Passive income from trade routes is increased by 1 coin. And 100 inhabitants per cycle in addition. Holy cow, this is massive. I don't think that we want to go with this. So I think we're going with more blueprint generation. With the printing. And with that, we have unlocked the Windsor Castle, Notre Dame, Oxford University as a new wonder. And we also have now the know-how unlocked. With that, we can choose now between the Windsor Castle and Notre Dame de Paris. I know that the educationals would like that. The Windsor Castle, I think, is a bit more neutral. And I think I'm going with that. I like castles a lot. I also like big cathedrals a lot. Let's go with... I think this is a very high-rise building, right? And we haven't any high-rise buildings yet. So... it's difficult. Let's really go for Notre Dame de Paris. It really doesn't make that much sense here, right? Because the Windsor Castle makes way more sense. Provides additional choices for family interluders. And this increases all safety zones. This is just massive. Let's go for Windsor Castle, right? Notre Dame, of course, would be super nice in the center, but what can you do about it? The bonuses just outweigh everything else so much. We need, though, the gold leaves now. That's a new production that we will need to establish. And, of course, we're doing that in the next episode of Memoriapolis. This game keeps on giving. Beautiful. Stay tuned.